I'm getting the free omelet. Yeah, one made from one doctor's own hand skin. Okay, when you're afraid to like that, I do sound like a bit of a dick. Give me one reason why I shouldn't just shoot you here and now. Well, if you shoot me right now, you'll never get to know what I was gonna ask you. Alright then. Ask your question then. Former last shred of patience tears away like wet tissue paper. Hey bro, can you spare a dime? I'm sorry, I just gotta. Nah, don't shoot God, he's a bro. He's trying to sell us down the river for an omelet partner. He doesn't know any better. Yeah, I'm just a little creature. I know not what I do and all that humbug. A second ago, you were telling me that you were God. The God. I am also God, yeah. Now, again, come on, man. Can't you spare a dime if you love me so much? For your information, I don't give in panhandlers. Not the charitable type, I take it. Jacks. Not with money, no, and especially not with kindness or feelings. I'm trying to help you out, you know. You've also got quite a temper, Jax. I'd rather have a temper than be a worthless grifter partner. The real God never begged from his children. You ever gone to church? Oh, of course. I went every Saturday before I got exiled, as a matter of fact. The church hands around a donation basket every week, pal, courtesy of the Big G himself. Not a cent of which actually ends up in my greasy paws, by the way. So yet again, I insist, show you want to spare but a single dime, my lord. Well, if you're all powerful, that means you can conjure matter from thin air, and why not just create some more change your own, huh? Why beg for money, hard-working folk like me? Hey, I'm rusty. Last time I created a universe, it instantly exploded. As right now, people are still talking about the Big Bang like trillions of seconds later. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal. Okay, look, I've had enough of this scarlet. Beggar, you've taken up plenty of our time. We're just gonna mosey over the mayor and blow our brains out for Your Majesty and my friend's wretched green offspring, alright? Yeah, act as jazzy but pardon my French. Okay, you see, the fact that you've accepted that you're going to the mayor's office now is a real boon for me. Well, you're adamant not letting me tie you up, shit is starting to irritate me. How do I just hand you guys the rope? You tie yourselves up, nice and easy, and we won't have an unpleasant encounter, eh? I like that idea. Let's do that. You know what? Yes. How's about you stop hassling us before I give you a gut full of lead? Oh, if you're carrying around a human and testing him with lead, then you're more fucked up than I know how to deal with. He's pretty fucked up, yes. I meant I'll fill your gut with lead. Bullets, goddammit. Well, see, if you're gonna use my name in vain, the least you can do is buy me lunch first. The last time, partner, you ain't God and you stink. Enough. I am God here. What in tarnation? That's bigger than you know, you green simpleton. This isn't about exiles, or even society itself. This is about me wanting my fucking omelet. I want that omelet so fucking much, Jax. I will tear you apart. Molecule by molecule, if you dare sit in my way, you tiny goddamn fool. If I can create all this useless fucking garbage around us, then I can watch you burn without feeling anything. Mother of God. That's right, fuckers. I'm going Old Testament style again. It's omelet time. So this is what I've been sending my prayers to for my whole life? Oh, your prayers were dog shit anyway, and I tuned out eons ago. Oh wow, why doesn't Dialtown think I'm a good bloke? Oh, why can't I get it up? I'm wearing my extra hat. I should be as hard as a... Hey, those are meant to be private. I really hope that you're wearing right now isn't your Iroquois hat. The only person to listen to are that from Johnny Lincoln Kid from Ohio. If whenever he sees a cool dog to tell me about it. The rest of y'all just use me as all powerful acne ant, and my cosmetic mailbox is full to the brim already, thanks. Such rage, God, this isn't you? You sold out, man. Bullshit. I haven't sold out, dude. You're a giant floating many-faces semi-god. That's not ideal. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. I created the universe, bro. I shouldn't have to beg for omelets. I should be at the bottom of the food chain. You're happier at the bottom of the food chain, dude. You get up every day and eat trash. It's your true nature. I mean, ask yourself this. Are you actually having fun right now? Shit, this fucking sucks. God, for Pete's sake, if you're that sore for an omelet, I'll make you one. You can cook. I've lived alone for years, partner. You're goddamn right I can fry up an omelet. Good lord, I mean, there's only like 3 steps involved. It's frankly astounding that you can't, given how long you've been staying alive and kicking. Alright then, so if I'm understanding this right, the mayor's willing to give you an omelet for capturing you two and bringing you to her, and you'll give me an omelet for doing literally nothing. Nothing wins! Hey, inactivity! Interior for life, baby! I'm gonna just take the dog food she paid me to show up for her stupid meetings and vamoose. That's right, but aren't you afraid to double cross her? Oh, please. What's she gonna do? Take away your dog food and send you to jail? Who cares if she sends me to jail? They serve the same chowder anyway. Alright then, Jax. It looks like we got ourselves some eggs to go to wrangle, huh? Oh, right, about that. Before I go, I might as well let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. Your eggs are fine, my dude. Theodore has them. Of all the people who could have them, it has to be that guy. Oh, so you're familiar with the egg clenching vermin then? Yes, you could say we have a history, yes. Huh. So, what's this face then? Why isn't Charlie GG tell us that the mayor was gonna eat them then, huh? I don't know, man. She told me to. She figured you'd cooperate better if you thought she used you by the balls, I guess? No. See, our first instinct was to kill her with an even greater amount of haste than when he told us about that. Yeah, no, she's floundering, my dude. Her planet is in literal shambles. I mean, why do you think she hired me of all people to come get yous? Like, you guys don't even have to speed walk at this point. There's no urgency. Take a stroll. Lick some of the broken glass on the pavement. I know you two have tongues under there. Go nuts. You know. Thanks, partner. I suppose I'll see you around, especially since you're apparently everywhere. You think I'm everywhere? Ha! I'm barely here right now. Don't worry, you little fleshy noggin about tracking me down. I'll come find you next time, and won't forget about that omelet. Ciao. Well, you know, some days I often find myself wondering why a loving God would leave my prayers unanswered, but now? Well, now I reckon that might have actually been a blessing in disguise. Zaki, he would have given you lousy advice if he answered. You're goddamn right he would have. Would have just told me eat trash or something else to that effect every time. Oh, or something redundant. That's exactly the advice he would have given you. That and give that Lord that cheese please, I am baby. How incarnation can't you read but still have enough sense to use the word redundant in a proper manner? So, about that Theodore fellow the bum mentioned, you mean God? Plus easier for me if I just pretend he ain't God. Okay, fair, continue. You mentioned that you and the sewer fellow have some kind of history? And from the tone of your voice, I got it didn't exactly frolic and depict daisies together. Oh yeah, right, Theodore the zookeeper of the Dialtown Zoo. I used to live there, you know, inside one of the enclosures. You lived in the zoo of all places. I mean, I do live in a tent now. If there was a handy-dandy ranking list of all places for very cryptid folks to reside in, the zoo would definitely be the least a notch or two below your tent if you ask me. At least your average tent is specifically intended to host human life inside it, you know? Living in the zoo enclosure is just degrading, and you're telling me I spent quite a while in there. Boy, I can only imagine. How did they even get you to willingly stay in there for that long? Well, I didn't have much of a choice, did I? Oh, come on, partner. Surely you could have found somewhere else to live. Hell, a dumpster would have been less belated. Your friend, what's his name? I don't want to say Randolph. Honestly, don't care to think about the freaky little man. It's close enough, even if it shares no letters, it's close enough. Sure, he seemed to be making a living of dumpster work, somewhat. It's not what I meant by not having a choice, Norm. You don't mean you were allowed to leave when you wanted to? Right, brother? Son of a... I'm gonna fucking kill him! I think we have bigger things in our minds right now. Right now, this is the only thing on my mind. I didn't serve in the Air Force to watch my friends get shut down. Fight for freedom just so fellas like him and the mayor could strip it away from folks like us whenever they feel like it. It just brings my blood to a boil seeing folks getting their freedom, their humanity stripped away. It ain't just, partner. Relax, our minds aren't in danger. Yeah, he's a bit much, but... Well, to put it bluntly, the creeps are completely obsessed with me. Those eggs aren't in any danger, quite the opposite. I know for a fact he's gonna try to hatch them. No, that's even worse than having him smash them into pieces. How? Them hatching is, the best possible outcome, right? Surely you don't want your kids to hatch you in captivity for their first mentors being one of imprisonment. You're a father now, Jax. It's your duty to ensure your kids get a better life than that. You really think so? Is that even a question? And then with the question mark, so yeah? Well, look, exile is bad because being told you can't go somewhere you should be able to because the home is obviously dehumanizing. But being told you can't go anywhere but the confines of a dingy little cell? Screw dehumanization. Most critters don't deserve that sort of treatment. Even most of the garbage ones, such as pelicans and the like. Okay, you're right, thanks. Anytime, partner. I wonder where Bigfoot is. I seen the sounds of cheese in your face didn't draw him out. First of all, again, not a slice of cheese. One man's cheese, Norman. And secondly, I'm sure Bigfoot ain't anywhere around here, since he doesn't even exist. Sure he do. Bigfoot ain't real. I tell people refuse to budge on this. Most of the world probably thinks you aren't real, I mean, I'm real, aren't I? I actually don't have a halfway decent retort for that. Fairness, Bigfoot's supposed to be an elusive and possibly completely sentient ape-man, while you're just happen to have 6 nipples. Hey now, plenty of existing species of animals have teeth too, I also have green skin. So do praying manatees. Right, and female manatees like to chop off their boyfriend's heads after mating. What does that have to do with anything? My point is they're plenty freaky. If manatees exist, then why not Bigfoot? Please never say why not Bigfoot to me again. Say why can't Bigfoot if you must. But why not Bigfoot makes me feel like I'm in a taxi rank being offered a piggyback ride from Bigfoot to get back from home in the bar. What? Bigfoot ain't real. And I'd be a rotten friend, traveling companion if I let you continue thinking that he was. I know Bigfoot better than I know you, dude. And frankly, I trust with my life before I trust you. Then why are you trying to travel here with me and not him then? Because he ain't real, right? I figured as such. Because I needed someone on the outside. If Bigfoot was also hanging around at your pad, I would have a job like a hot potato. I can kill you in a multitude of agonizing ways, and with relative ease, Go on then, do it, bitch! Are you just, allergic to any positive character development? I'm still working on myself. Well, you should work much, much harder. I think it'd be best if we just made for the zoo for another one of that damn cat goons showed up and kick it to the shins or something accent to that effect. Come on, Jack. We've got some eggs to wrangle. Alright, what's our game plan? As we walk in and grab the eggs? That's the plan? Well, if we don't grab the eggs, how are we supposed to do? Get them out of here. I mean, they're hardly accounting for us facing any resistance. Are we? What about the security? The baboons are closer, got a padlock, now we're safe. I'm afraid I don't understand. 2006? Jax, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, look who it is. Ah, what's this I see? Two Rasputin here to put for my morality a sign of bounty, no doubt? What in tarnation is he saying? Why does he have a mustache and a phone head? Well, relax, it's normal. This is all established ages ago. Not for me, it wasn't. Why does he have a... No, okay, I'll handle this. There we go. Quiet, now allow me. Ahem. You are a bastard man. I command thee to give my children back the assistance. Relinquish your shield, spawnlings? I think not. Fuck, that was all I had. Now looky here, partner. It can, so the mirror wasn't just exhaling copious amounts of hot air that I previously assumed. Ignore me. In the flesh. Who in tarnation are you calling a? Now, the normie doth protest to me thinks. What the fuck is a doth? Call me that again, and I'll make you eat that mustache of yours, zebra boy. Perhaps I was foolish to expect a frontier bumpkin, a brute to be familiar with the most gifted playwright, Willine Ringspear. Willine Ringspear! For crying out loud, his name was William Shakespeare, and this place were agonizing to sit through. Now this I would normal this one. Personally, in my opinion, I can't fucking read. So, yeah, don't quote accidental literature in me, partner. I was there when granted a small amount of it was written. I aren't just a marvel of biology, but also of history. As what we as a speech is what I could learn from you. Norm, I have a plan. I'll try words first, gun second. Fair enough, we'll try my idea later then. Look, I'm gonna talk straight here, as it happens to be the only way I speak. You're a monster, partner. Taking away the autonomy of sentient beings, good folk live by pair of jacks here? It ain't right. It ain't American. It's American. Well, that's the only way of seeing things, I suppose. Say, isn't that a necessity ever to be donning on and donning superbly, I must say? Tell me, cowboy. Was it quite so American for NASA to statistically hire Nazi scientists in mass foam in the Second World War? Also, we could send a metallic vanity project to an orb-shaped massive cheese in outer space? That doesn't excuse. That wasn't about vanity, friend. It was about our country's pride. Unless we're racing the Stalin man to the moon. We're showing that freedom to reach the deepest depths of this rubber universe, even outer space itself if need be. Just pretending that our holders care about freedom and ignoring atrocities committed by this very nation help you sleep at night, normie? Oh, you're gonna talk about dirty consciousness whiskers? Look, if you want to slap iron bars around a sleepy half-sentient tapboard, then be my guest partner. That's your right as an American citizen. But locking up folks in my pal Jax here just because they don't look the same as you? That makes me go from seeing red, white, and blue to just red. The eggs, mustachio, hand him over! Before I shoot these whiskers right off your face. Ha! You call that a bee shooter firearm? Now this is a gun you could say bully too. Footfighter's got a big gun, that's a big gun. It's a lever action. Looks to be an 1873. Big gun. Yes, Jax. Big gun. Well then, raise chairs. It would seem that I'm only a party here with the adequate firepower needed to make demands. So the result of the conflict, I'll extend all the branch and offer up the most adequate bargain. If you wish to remain with your younglings, Jax, well, I think I could arrange that. Arrange what now? A luxury enclosure, one with ample room for you and your younglings to ramp, roam, prance, and frolic around in. I would give most anything to study your parental instincts up close. Bad chance, you fuck. I'm gonna put cigars on my babies just to spite you. What the actual fuck? No, I was bluffing. Were ya? I'll leave it up to witness interpretation. Can we hear this along? About exactly 500 shell-life bombs precisely under the warm embrace of my heat lamp to return to. You know, that reminds me, I want to ask you, why did the mayor give my eggs to you? It's not like her to give anyone something for nothing. I must answer the observation, Green One. You see, the mayor introduced me into the Mingling, her League of Concerned Citizens, to, you mean her elitist secret society? No, you have it all wrong, friend. You see, the Mingling is actually, yeah, no. Spare us the spiel, the half-print rattled yell out. That Rasputin! Whatever the case, I made myself quite useful to the mayor, you see. The eggs were the payment I received for doing a little favor of her. Just as they were removing a different Rouge element from Dialtown. Rogue element? Why, yes. The return of my escaped mystery exhibit, of course. You don't mean... Who else? Why, the elusive Sasquatch, of course. Back in captivity, where he belongs. You fiend, release him at once! Firstly, Bigfoot does not exist. He knows I met him. And I happen to own him. And you're alright, bastard for it. And secondly, why did you get more upset at learning that this fellow is supposedly catching Bigfoot compared to, say, your children? Hey, I can be upset about both. You should never be more concerned about Bigfoot than your kids. I met Bigfoot before those little fuckers have even hatched yet. Unbelievable. All is fair in love and Zoo Norman. Lord, give me strength. What kind of even how's it Sasquatch alongside you of all things? Is this folks only meant to be for animals? Ah, I see what it is that you're covertly getting at. Mount Army, please don't assume I wish to cast you out just because you am the family way. The chances so you ignore me up close. Why? If I was shouting with anticipation, as I consider the very notion of getting to do so. Like, there's a goddamn chance I'm willing to hand over their freedom to the likes of you. I got my base locked and loaded apart, and I've killed more flies than any other poor bastard I've ever known. If you can find a faster shot than me anywhere in the country, I'll eat my hat. But wait, it has a U.S. flag on it. Wouldn't devouring the flag be treasonous? Quiet, you. I must say, I advise against my back, friend. I think you found my references to be quite impeccable. While I periodically shoot this rifle well lest I slumber. He's telling the truth, unfortunately. He shot like 14 tappers through a wall. But I have, yes? Why, this whole place is, it's a goddamn madhouse. Shooting tappers through a wall like fish in a barrel. You're no hunter, and certainly no man of science. Now, that's verifiably untrue. I'm wearing an astronaut suit, partner. I reckon I understand science, thank you very much. Alright, but you're also in a cowboy with an American flag on it. The outward choice for a man who despises fancy science and shoot healthcare. Please stop helping. Look, you don't even need to be in science to see that this place is nothing more than a graveyard. General misunderstand it. Do you honestly think you can judge a creature's natural behavior from an observation point outside a cramped concrete cell? None of this is scientific in the slightest, and frankly, well, you're an ingrate partner, plain and simple. Why, I never! I've done my fair share of fieldwork, I'll have you know. Why, I insist on wrangling every creature that I have on display myself. There isn't one wretched beast confined within my walls that haven't personally shocked me right in the jaw. Even the bastards of the crocodile enclosure. Indeed, and untranquilized too. One of the tarnation? You're not just an indicator. You're out of your goddamn mind! Wait there, how are you still at a limbo after wrestling crocs? You should be missing at least a few of those. Monsieur, have you ever heard of a hand transplant? Right, settle, thanks for nothing. This also serves no purpose. It only stands to give a man like you an excuse to strip freedom from anything you find lesser than yourself. But what of the children? Little Billy will strangle your lemurs if given the rein. No, no. I was referring to the non-lost causes. As you know, Dialtown's a thoroughly uninteresting place. The zoo, while it granted may not be perfect, slice of that which is exotic here in our dull backwater town. A way to bring an adventure to Dialtown's susceptible youth. And how's attendance been lately? Even with the free entry as of late, I've struggled to attract seemingly any guests at all. But the people will come. The idea of this place is depressing. I capture these animals and send them away. Can't you see you're hoarding the adventure all for yourself? If you had, you go out and wrangle these animals yourself to seek your own adventure, shouldn't the rest of Dialtown? Huh. Surprisingly well said, Jax. Yeah. I can't believe that. Why, you are just right. You're right on the money. This town. The reason it's gone so soft, not unlike the underdeer of a beach turtle is because of yours truly. In my haste, my well-intentioned adventurous instincts, I found they spoiled Dialtown's appetite, quenching this town's wanderlust, depriving Dialtown's fair populace of an adventure of their very own. Well, no more. I, Theodore Roosevelt, will tear down the walls of this wretched institution brick by brick if I must. I will painstakingly separate brick from mortar, and in the name of adventure. Sure, and I'll take that. Finally, some real firepower. Oh, right. Sorry, partner. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. And another bunch of rebels would like to call it universal pleasure. Anyhow, I believe you owe us some eggs, Setchy McGee. Ah, yes. 5 calcium-coated green bowling eggs coming right up. The babies! The babies! They're okay! My babies! What happens here, babies? Right then, it's now to render this wicked institution inoperable. Are you just gonna open the cages and let the vermin inside run free then? My vintage obscured friend, where is the adventure to be had at? I will breach this panda and penetrate walls with dynamite! Did they just have dynamite lying around all willy-nilly? Yes, Norm, obviously he just has dynamite lying around all willy-nilly. And with that, I beat you at home. Farewell, my beloved panda penitentiary. I wonder if he's actually gonna just... Oh my god, Jesus fucking! He did! Ah! You okay, Norm? No, I'm pretty fucking far from. That mustache girl could have at least given me a warning for you. Doesn't you know I have ears under here? Hey, I did too. Which right here has been less sensitive since I burnt my eardrums out. How on earth did you manage that? Stare at the sun for too long. What? That doesn't affect you. So, yeah, lived under that deranged fella for how long exactly? At least 3, I'm sure. Sure, thanks. You know, I can't tell if I respect you more for seeing what you've lived through up close or just fear you a little now. How'd you even survive in a place like this, believe it or not? You can actually make a slim for broken limbs out of duct tape? Jeez, and I reckon that I had survival skills. Is that? No, it couldn't be, is it? What are you talking about? It's the Bigfoot! My darling, it's you! Holy shit! That's fucking Bigfoot? What the f- It's okay, it's okay. Listen, Norman's a friend! Yes, baby, he's an owl. I have the Sasquatch. Oh, that's a paper bag. That's he's covering up his Norman face. Isn't that right, Norm? Was Bigfoot just the real whole time without me knowing? Why didn't anyone try to tell me? I told you numerous times. Let us account somehow. It counts, baby. It counts. He's a sprinting ape man. How in tarnation has he evaded capture for God knows how long? Okay, so all this calm down. Bigfoot, come up from high on your hands. There you go, baby. Now the other one. A minute ago, we were negotiating with the mustache zookeeper, holding the rifle. Now we're coaxing Bigfoot out from behind his own hands. Yes, get the program already. Say Bigfoot, Norm, friend. Remember, nose is Bigfoot from before the dial-up. It's one of those fellas. If he's got lips. Why'd you tell him that for? Now you're making this like I want to kiss him. Don't be rude, dude. Not cool. I am entirely within my God-given rights. Not one of face hug Sasquatch. Don't tell me you're using male pronouns to throw you off. I haven't personally inspected. Bigfoot could be relatively female, is all I'm saying. Are you Bigfoot? Nah, don't do this to me. You can't do this to me, Jax. I'm mixed up now without having to envision a world where me and Bigfoot are capable of breeding. See, I just mentioned lips, now you're the one talking about fucking Bigfoot. Why you? No, please keep your voice. I'm easily startled. Let's put it gently, with an ample outstretched palm, not unlike a wild horse. Lord, this is weird. This is also somehow less weird for Bigfoot, I'm sure. And so he also lived through a time when folks like you existed and frolicked around freely. To him, you're normal. Huh. Plus, you know, Bigfoot's very familiar with who I am, of course. Ooh. I forgive I like a tip, I've got to ask. How in tarnation are you acquainted with Bigfoot of all folks? Yes, Bigfoot, we have a very special whimsical. Yeah, it's, you know, long story, one's trying to domesticate him. How would that work when you're completely feral? You see, that was the one unworkable obstacle. The biggest one being that Bigfoot we're talking about. So you're the one who told him to keep his cool around humans then, right? Now you have plenty of experience with humans already, I presume. That can't be right. You're from the Korean War, right? How's your Korean? I could speak it possibly years ago, I suppose. Speaking the language, dropping bombs from planes. Bigfoot can sure as hell learn about humans springing through the nation's forests and national parks. Who knows, maybe Bigfoot even managed to learn a few human words. If so, do you think, aren't you things like human profanity, or would those be Greek to him? You call Gino fuck Bigfoot? Don't phrase it like that. You're playing with fire when it has Bigfoot stuff like that. At least turn into a poster a bit or put a car on a leash for just questions like that, please and thank you. Oh, and Mimico, you're all about freedom. Someone who's a wee bit of hypocrite, aren't they? First of all, that ain't the natural sounding use of the term ain't. Secondly, for your information, my moral compass ain't calibrated for a world where Bigfoot just happens to be running amok in my immediate vicinity. So can he speak? Well, no, not really. Not really? What do you mean by not really? Well, you see, I tried to teach him to speak fluent English, but when he wasn't getting it, I kind of got fed up and immediately gave in. Moved on, put a necktie on him, and tried to get him to simply operate a toaster. Yes, Bigfoot, it was a mitigated disaster. Bagels should not glow, nor I'm feeling I want to take him out of the toaster. But he almost figured that out, Norm. And what the hell, might as well ask Bigfoot. Do you have any words you'd like to impart on us? Something you learned from me, perhaps? Oh, please, like he's gonna... Oh, he said I am. Me, good. Bigfoot, good. You, good. You, good as are. There he goes. Well, he spoke. Okay, there he goes, running off into the woods. Huh. You think he's decided I'd leave a moment because he sensed he was no longer needed? Thought he was done. Nah, he just sort of does that. Huh. Well, we have one more person to see. That's the mayor. You don't have to, man. I'm a tad surprised. Actually, nah. Referring to how I feel right now is simply being surprised by calling the torch that sucked up your pound of light breathe. Is that a country expression or like? Look, what? When we met, I figured your talk of helping folks was nothing more than a manipulative horse shit. That you were nothing but a green cartilage, trying to sucker me and letting it use, and then discard me like this country had. But you helped raise Bigfoot self-esteem. Is there even a word in the dictionary for the kind of good deed where you give Bigfoot a helping hand? There certainly ain't one in the Bible, that's for damn sure. I'm sure there is, dude. There's a thick book that's like in there somewhere. Is there anyone in this town that you haven't helped? I can think of one. It's not too late for you, you know, it's never too late. Look, you've got your eggs back and whoop-de-doo, but... Well, the mayor still has it out for us. We bested our goons, sure, but considering the length she's gone trying to take us down... What I'm trying to say is, I don't reckon this is going to end with a peaceful heart and heart. We don't have to fall for the happy ending that we deserve. Look, I don't want to mislead you. You're a nice guy, Jax. You help people. I ain't like you, and the mayor certainly ain't anything like you. What are you saying? I'm saying that I don't want to implicate you in all this any more than I already have. Our deal was for us to partner until we reach Mayor McCaffrey's and nothing more. Best you just step aside and reach the mayor. Let me and her son, our business out of our own. Unlike me, you ain't too deep in all this just yet. I don't want you to pay the price for what I finally realized I need to sort out once and for all. And for whatever it's worth, grateful that you brought me back here. That you weren't in trouble of helping the good folks of Dialtown just because you felt like it. Dialtown had more folks like you and your friends walking around and willing to turn a blind eye for as long as I did. We should get moving, I reckon. Aren't you taking Thero's rifle with you? Nah. Thinking about it further, I think it's best if I just use my single action for what I've got to do. When every hundredth of a jiffy marks the difference between life and certain death, I think it's probably best to stick with what's familiar to you, you know. I dropped it at her feedback when the diamond went off. If you want to grab it, you're goddamn right I'm taking it. Just be careful with it. Attaboy. That is showing the rest of this whole ordeal. Come on, Jax. Let's go clear out this cracking cesspit that's crawling with critters. Gurgle foam loudly. Burrow. Yeah, this thing's going on for a long time. Well, this isn't much of an improvement. I'm genuinely surprised that it's gone this bad. I reckon the Zoozwells would have shielded Dialtown far from even some of the raging in front of the ride out the animals. I'm not crazy about the fire, to be frank. I could give or take the random berserking animals, though. Considering the berserking animals happen to be on fire and spreading the flames, I suppose they're more of a package deal. Yeah. At any rate, there's only one thing left for us to do. Get to the mayor! Get to the town and confront that damn mayor once and for all. Oh. No, you don't have to. She's here. You stitched together sloth. You vengeance villain. Oh, looky who it is. I've been waiting a long time for this. Out of my way, freak. This is between me and the green one. Excuse me. Me? Oh, come on, what have I done? You've ruined everything is what you've done. Yeah, I don't recall doing that. My office is full to the room with hippos and fire. Do you even know the full extent of what you've done? Okay, the flame hippos are news to me, admittedly. You've torn apart the social order of Dialtown, the society that is so tirelessly cultivated, like a depraved dog in a manager. Listen here, Missy. My friend ain't here to pick a fight with you. I am. I've been itching to teach you a lesson for a long time. Oh, that's Rich? The bumbling hick from bumfuck nowhere is going to teach the mayor of Dialtown a lesson? No, you're nothing to me. Before today, you hadn't even entered my head once, and today I kicked you out to the curb. Just as I had planned, you spend every day your exile from Dialtown, camped out in the wilderness, stewing in your own bitterness like a built-in toddler stuck in timeout. But him? Me. You. I should have torn your hand from your shoulders and hurled it into the next state, just like the others suggested. Should have fused you a soulful lad that you have to set off metal detectors in Minnesota. Oh, you. It was all going exactly to plan. Every one of my specifications diligently met, and then you. You dragged him back to town after years of sulking activity, divided into two of my best goons. And now, the whole city has been set ablaze. Years of planning. All disintegrated in a simple crime spree. And for what? All for a deranged monster who can't tell he's not wanted? No, if you want to pick No, how are you not getting this? I don't care about you. Frankly, it's beyond laughable that you somehow think you're in the loop, but you understand why any of this is happening. You're a pathetic little man, Norm, and you want me to consider you a significant variable in all of this? After you just spent the last 4 years of your life licking your wounds in the middle of a bumfuck nowhere, too afraid of me to strike back? You're nothing. And if you weren't a freak, you wouldn't stand out to me at all. Oh, so I'm the freak. Someone clearly can't say any further than her whiskers. You're as strange as they come, Missy. Difference is, you get to boss others around to tell the honest folks of this town what they happen to consider normal. There ain't nothing normal about you, though. No siree. None of this has anything to do with what I consider normal, you bad cretin. That's just how Dialtown is meant to be. My grandfather's vision. Yeah, well, unlike you, I've actually met your grandpappy. I knew Callum Crown, the real Callum Crown. Not the face plastered on it, that postcard you've been clutching for all these years. Hell, I saw the Dialtown that you're trying to recruit with my very own eyes. The Dialtown of today ain't nothing but a soulless husk of what it once was. And you're a soulless husk of a leader too unfit to carry Crown's name or lead this city. Back in our day, pussycats weren't left in charge of the whole city. Excuse me? I've reinvigorated this town, revitalized it. This town has grown, developed, blossomed because of my vision, my leadership. I am the blood that flows through this town's veins. I have earned my place here. Yeah, and I soar above the smoke from the battlefields of a godforsaken war zones for this country. Hell, even jet off into space, all for Uncle Sam. I have forged new frontiers, sacrificed my old life for my country. And now, thanks to you, I've gone from jettisoning bombs for aircraft to being the one jettisoned. Some things have gone from my service, eh? I consider the same for your grandpappy's service to our country. Thrusting away in that old nursing home without a single memory left in his head of his, he deserved better. You think I don't know that? All of this, I'm doing it for him. Bullshit! None of this is for him. Throwing trash like me and Jax out of Dialtown, having your mug replaced with a replica of his old cat face? You really think any of us gonna make Papa be able to love you any more than he still can? I'm trying to make him remember, damn it. I'm trying to make him remember who he was, what he did for the world. I've done everything that I could to make him remember. I've taken him to locations around town that he would recognize, brought him to other people who knew him, and even God wasn't able to fix what was broken inside Papa's head. Hell, even my head modeled to my exact specifications to resemble his old cat. The day after they took the bandages off, I visited him in the nursing home. I was so sure he'd remember, that I'd seen some life in him, once he saw my face, the face of his old cat again. But no. As I sat beside him, clutching his hand with mine, my grandfather wouldn't even look at me. He was gazing at something outside. Something for looking around nearby, just outside his bedroom window. Papa was so transfixed he wouldn't even glimpse at me. Do you know what he was staring at instead? What? You. rummaging around, eating from the open trash cans in the nearby alleyway just outside his window. I got my whole face reconstructed just to see the old man smile. He wouldn't even look at me. Instead, his face consumed with a trash-eating menace sauntering about outside. You tumor, you pox, you parasite. This isn't my fault. I was so close. My final chance to recreate this postcard. Do you remember it? Is this supposed to mean something to me? I've shown you this before. You really don't care about anyone else, do you? This is Dialtown, as it were 1966, the year of the dial-up. I tried my hardest to recreate the uptown from this time using the image on the postcard. But you've been a perpetual thorn on my side since the very moment I first became aware of you. One day, I decided to take him to the park, and we spotted your tint, a burlap blemish on the landscape. I tried recreating this photograph. A master crowd in Uptown to take the one shown on the postcard. Hope that he'd step into frame, take his place at the front of the card. Only to realize that the cinema had been converted into a horror attraction, throwing the whole image off. Apparently, you had a hand in that. Oliver's Route Classic. What does that even mean? Because of you, I had a friend that Dickens geezer with decorative legal ramifications for unauthorized side altercations just to get him to revert the outside of that ghastly attraction to the former appearance. The next time I passed through Uptown, the front of the bank was plastered with help wanted signs because the bank's repeatedly reliable teller had been left on a whim without giving proper notice. Sure enough, as it turned out, you had a hand in that too. It was you. It's always you. I have strived tirelessly to establish a natural order, to cultivate a better. No, a perfect Dialtown. Only to have you ruin it each and every time. What? So because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, whenever you wanted to recreate your little photograph, you had to just leave town? Mind if I lean a ship on your part there, Missy? None of this was personal, you cretin. Not at first. Just like you, Jack was nothing more than another problem that needed to be steamrolled. Something in my way. But no, you resisted each and every attempt I made to resolve this peacefully, to remove you without using force. And when I tried that, you burned my city to the ground. Hey, I didn't start the fire. I just indirectly influenced things that led to the tile catching on fire. But it is probably like the manslaughter equivalent of arson, you know. Legally, I'm probably not to blame. Legally? I don't care about I am the law. Jax is a free citizen, Missy. He has as much of a right to live here as anyone else. He isn't costing just anyone else a chance to come back. This is my grandfather we're talking about. It's the visionary who changed the world, the greatest man to have ever lived. You want me to sacrifice the last shot I have to bring him back? All for a worthless parasite? He's done more for this town than you ever have. This worthless parasite has aided your people, Missy, enriched the lives of your most downtrodden citizens. All while you robbed the citizens of this here blind, using their hard-earned dollars to in the pockets of you and your cabal. Things ain't gonna be better for this until you're the one who's out of the picture. You have no idea what you're talking about. This backward town would be nothing without me. You think this backward Hicks would do anything without me? Without the whatever future, without my guidance? They need governance. Do you really see your own citizens that way? Oh, your grandfather would have hated you. I want to fucking kill you. And when I'm done with you, move on to your green friend and spray him out and swim out in front of the town. I want to pick each and every stitch out of his tail with my claws and send each and every one of them into my enemies. So they all know what happens when nobody like you two mess with Mayor Mega's crown. Oh, hang on, just... You've ruined enough lives, Missy. You're out of chances, out of time, and shit out of luck. I'm putting you down, here and now. Norm, wait! You fool! I have cat-like reflexes. I can leave faster than the bullet can leave the barrel of your gun. You'd miss, and then I rush your eyes with my razor-sharp claws. You honestly think you can leave faster than the speed and bullets? You're out of your goddamn mind, Norm. Go ahead, try. Make my day. You'd miss. I don't miss. So here we are. Together we departed. Together we promulgate. Promulgate? No, everything's back in Act 1. Don't you remember? Shit, am I pregnant again? Jax, it's a pleasure, as always. Oh, hey, narrator. I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Truth be told, I haven't had much to say since you met Norm. Well, I haven't had to say much, rather. Suppose I was more useful back when you were a hermit. I didn't care anyone else. You know, back when you didn't have anyone else to keep you from wandering into oncoming traffic. But now look at you. Dare I say you've blossomed, I have. You've got a family, Jax. A dysfunctional one, granted. And yes, one full of people who aren't really related in the slightest. And sure, okay, one of them happens to be Bigfoot. But as they say, a family which happens to contain Bigfoot is still by definition a family. You've come a long way, Jax. Whoa, epic. Oh, hey, you're good at explaining things, right? Apparently so, yes. So what's going on right now? I'm not following any of this, to be honest with you. Are you? Norm's gonna kill me or Mingus. That is, unless she is in fact able to outleap a speeding bullet. In which case, she's gonna gouge us up with claws before it can reload, huh? Are you willing to just stand and let this happen? Well, this is it. Speak up, Jax. The ending of the story ends in your lime-hued hands. Yeah, alright, here I go. Norm. Jax, this ain't a good time. We can talk one time. Norm! We're at a rigid choice. Alright, I'm gonna save this. And file 10. I'm gonna say, don't miss. I won't. Oh shit, she leapt. Or did she? Oh, no, she didn't. She's bleeding. She didn't. He didn't miss? I can't. How did you do it? I leapt. What? Like a bullet? You. I don't understand. I practically flew and you still. Well, here's the thing about house and flies and horseflies, Missy. The middle of the bumfuck nowhere out in the sticks, lousy with them. I've had mercilessly swatted an unmerciful amount of those little vermits. Often without a swat or two. And let me tell you, if you do something enough times, you get real good at it. The trick in catching something that flies, bullseye? You don't shoot where it is, you shoot where it's going. That's what I've heard in games. I demonstrated a second time, but I'd be honest. I don't think there's a bullet swift enough to catch what's lifted your soul on its way to hell. Good riddance, Mayor. So it's done. Yeah. Huh. Something wrong, my dude. I don't know. I guess I feel like these were working up to something a little more epic. A real finale, you know? I suppose I reckon she'd put up more of a fight as all. I think she wanted to, man. You gotta shot her right in the heart. With her talking to being faster than the bullet, I guess I was kinda hoping that she was, so her demise feel earned, you know? I just feel like putting down a sick animal. Are you not proud of yourself? It's not that. It's just... Well, I guess I kinda give in to my worst instincts, you know? They say I hate it melts on fire and my foe's dead. He told Dialtown I was violent, gun-wielding savage, and I proved it right by shooting her dead. But I won. So why ain't I happy? So what? The death of a random politician didn't fix your broken life? Could it be that because you? Could it be that it was because you figured out you mean a lot less to her than she meant to you? Hey, I hated her. I wasn't in love with her. She was the one who convinced the world that I was a monster after all. But hey, now that she's gone, you can stick around if you wish. With her gone, the only people that'll be around to call you a monster will be your pals. Yeah, I don't think sticking around is a particularly wise move for me, given that I just shot this town's leader dead. Okay, yeah, that's not great looks, granted. Was she right about me? Did I just prove her right? Maybe Fezia was talking sense all the way back. Perhaps I could have just bargained, prove it was more than just a monster, you know? Man, this really sucks. Just fucking dead, yo. Rip in peace, bro. I just can't make sense of it. What kind of sick god would possibly decide for me to go through with such a callous deed knowing it leads to a run-in fear for both of us? It's just one of the endings. It looks mad. It was Nutty Normie neuters Nemesis Mingus. The ending where you encounter Norm to shoot Mayor Mingus and learn absolutely fuck all about friendship or forgiveness or whatsoever. That's pretty cool. Although I do want to look back and see the other ending.